C'est la petite joie du jour, la petite joie du jour. Hello everybody, quick little video today from a lane near the yard where my horse lives. It's been a few days since I last took him out of the yard. He comes in during the daytime and I come and turn him out in the afternoon for the night. And he's been asking to go out for the past few days and I said no. So this afternoon I had decided we were going to go out. But he actually injured himself. Where there's a bit of weird paste, that's where he's got a wound. So when I turned up and gave him a quick brush and checked on him, he was all swollen in that area and he was flinching away from me in pain, which was not good news because he's normally quite the stoic dragon and doesn't tend to show pain. However, he's not lame. You can see he's a bit uncomfortable sometimes when he moves, but it's not stopping him from enjoying the nice grass. So the nice thing of the day though is something I'm reminded of every single time he's in pain and I have to go and put my fingers in it and clean it and maybe use tweezers to remove foreign bodies from the wounds and stuff. And the nice thing about that is it's always possible to do his treatment, so to speak, or to do his wound care and his first aid without anyone holding him and without him being tied up anywhere. So it was the same today. I could just bring him back into his stable and just leave the rope on his back, and the chain for his stable wasn't even closed, so he could have walked out. He knows the way out, but he let me wash everything clean. He let me put some soap in it and rinse the soap. He let me dry the wound, put some spray in it, and I've tried the spray on a minor cut on my hand last winter because I was curious to see if it was painful or not, because he never bats an eyelid, and it was blooming painful, but he didn't bat an eyelid. And he let me clean and dry that again and then put some cream inside, and inside, a little bit inside and around the wound. So because I'm really keen on nothing else going into it when he goes out in the field and has a role, which he's bound to do. So the little joy of the day is that even though it's painful, and he did flinch a couple of times when I was rubbing the soap in or rubbing the cream on, because that was painful, he's still, he stands still and he waits patiently and he doesn't try to get away, and that's precious. Obviously it's come from, a lot of training and positive reinforcement. I've got my treat pocket here and he knew it, but having this quick rota between we'll wash it clean and we give you a treat because you've stood still, and having the good timing to reward him for standing still and letting me deal with it has worked wonders. And I find it incredible because I haven't had many injuries in my life, but I've had some that were really painful, and so painful that in order to deal with it I had to have someone else hold my limb in place, because by just a reflex with the pain I was actually thrashing about, even though my head knew I shouldn't. I just couldn't control myself enough to stay still. And he's an animal and he's managing to control himself a lot better than I would, and that was awesome. It's just nice to have a big dragon that could, if he wanted to, mess around, and he would have been able to kick me in the face if he wanted to. Joie, but he didn't, and that was really cute. It's also quite nice to see that, because I was freaking out when I saw he was all swollen. So finding a puncture wound and knowing what it is a little bit reassuring, because I was starting to freak out and think, gosh, if we can't see anything, maybe there's a broken bone inside. And I was panicking because that's what I do. Overactive brain just goes, bah, worst case scenario, no. And it wasn't. So that was cool. Also, you can see he's quite happy to stride along. That's always promising as well. So that was my joy of the day, being able to provide first aid care on a horse that isn't tied up and lets you deal with it even though he's in obvious pain. That is so lovely. Obviously beautiful sunshine, and having a walk in the countryside is also quite joyful. So that's it for us today. What's your joy of the day? Let us know in the comments below. I am so out of shape. Walk for like 50 yards and that's it. Can't breathe. See you later. Bye. Au revoir mon amour. He doesn't care. Sorry guys.